Hey folks, Matt Bauer here with HackerVillage. I know that one of the biggest pains of getting started with Python is just getting it installed. So I want to walk you through that step by step.
One thing that I repeatedly see is people have a lot of problems with installing Python on PC. We're going to walk through that step by step today. Go ahead and click your Windows key, type in system information. We're going to need to find out which version of the Anaconda distribution we're going to use. One of those options that should pop up is system information. Let's click that. And what we're looking for is your system type. Do you have a 64-bit system or a 32-bit system? Next, we're going to navigate to anaconda.com. Once you're at the website, go to the upper left, select products, and we want the individual edition open source distribution. That'll bring you to this page. Go ahead and click download. And here's where you need to choose between a 64-bit and a 32-bit graphic installer for Windows. In my case, it's a 64-bit. That will probably be most people's. That will start downloading. You don't need to set up an account if you don't want to. Watch the progress of the download in the lower left. And when that's complete, go ahead and navigate to your downloads folder. And the graphic installer will be there. You can go ahead and double click that to open up the graphic installer. Some people may get a security thing. It's fine, go ahead and run it. And then the 64-bit graphic installer will go ahead and click next. Look through the license agreement. If you agree, hit I agree. You can choose to install this for just yourself or for all users. Select what you want and hit next. Now pay attention to where you're installing this. We're going to need this later on, so go ahead and write that down. Click next. And here it's default unselected for the add Anaconda 3 to system path environmental variable. Go ahead and leave that unchecked and register Anaconda 3 as the system Python installation instance. So I want that one checked and click install. Once you're done installing Python, we're going to go ahead and edit the environment variables. And what this is how when you run an executable that isn't in the folder that you're in on the command prompt or your Active Directory, it needs to know where to look to run those. So we're going to click the Windows key, type in environment, and one of those options that comes up is edit the system environment variables. We'll click that. That'll open up the system properties. On the lower right, we're going to click edit or environment variables. The environment variables will pop up, and we want to edit the system variables, which is the lower of the two boxes. We'll scroll through that to find path. Once we select path, we'll click edit. And in this, you need to add 3 new environment variables. So click new. The first one will be where you install Python. This is the default for me, which was program data Anaconda 3. We'll add that one. We'll click new again. Then we need to add where our scripts folder is. And then finally, we need to add where our library bin folder is. These might be slightly different depending on where you installed Python at. Next, we're going to go and navigate to where you want to start writing your scripts. We're going to open an instance of a Jupyter notebook. So in File Explorer, navigate to what folder you want to start in. Hold down Shift and right-click and click in that folder space. That'll open up this menu, and then we're going to select open PowerShell window here, and some people will say open command prompt here. But choose one of those two options, depending what's on your machine. This will open a PowerShell or a command prompt. We'll go ahead and type in Jupyter Notebook and run that. This will then open up your browser. And in the upper right, we're going to click New, and we're going to select New Python 3 Jupyter Notebook. Within this, go ahead in that first cell, type in print, hello world, close your parenthesis, then hit Shift and Enter to run that. Well, there you go. You've installed Python, and you've opened up the Jupyter Notebook to go ahead and get started. Thanks again. This is Matt Bauer, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Now that you got Python installed, check out this video on basic Python syntax. So we'll show you how to start using Python for your next project.